Hello there. I had hoped that this new Brexit trade agreement with the EU would herald a real new sovereign future for the UK, but all I see is a political ratchet towards the EU once again controlling the UK. Firstly, please subscribe and like this video to give my channel a boost, and I'm always uploading new content, so please do check back daily, and a big thanks to my Patreon and PayPal supporters. After all the fine words, I must say that I am disappointed. I was prepared to give the Tories the benefit of the doubt over this, but I now believe that my initial optimism and trust may have been misfounded. As soon as you start to read the 1,242-page long trade deal document, you realise that it is another bureaucracy in the making. But firstly, this massive document is not a standalone piece of work. There is also the summary explainer, some political declarations, the separate cooperation agreement on peaceful nuclear operations, as well as an agreement on security procedures for exchanging and protecting classified information. A lot to take in and cross-reference, and that will take an army of lawyers quite some time. And we're meant to implement them in 5 days' time. Surely after all of this delay, a no-deal exit would have been a far better option. But the die is cast, and both Westminster and Brussels will be keen to get this thing in the legislative pipeline without delay, warts and all. My first concern is that far from getting rid of red tape, we have replaced Brussels and the whole bureaucracy with another one. We're setting up an overarching committee to deal with the whole agreement. A partnership council is hereby established. It shall comprise representatives of the Union and of the United Kingdom. The partnership council may meet in different configurations depending on the matters under discussion. As it says, the council is made up of UK and EU representatives, and it will have various powers to make decisions and amend the agreement where they see fit, it seems. And on top of that we will have Trade Partnership Committee, Trade Specialised Committee, Trade Specialised Committee on Customs Cooperation and Rules of Origin, Trade Specialised Committee on Sanitary and Phytosanitary Measures, Trade Specialised Committee on Technical Barriers to Trade, Trade Specialised Committee on Services, and at least another 5 similar bodies. And then there's the Specialised Committees on Energy, Air Transport, Aviation Safety and Road Transport, as well as a Specialised Committee for Fisheries. And it will be these bodies that decide how UK trade will be operated to fit in with this new trade deal treaty. It sounds to me like we've shifted control from one EU treaty to another EU treaty, with the only saving graces being that the EU Council, Commission, Parliament and ECJ no longer have direct effect over us. The UK will also be operating its own foreign and defence policies, for now. But from what I've read, the European Convention on Human Rights will still be there, to keep the continued one-way flow of rubber dinghies going and prevent the removal of deserving cases from aeroplanes just before departure. And there is also an inbuilt arrest warrant structure as well. But what should really worry Brexiteers is that the agreement is literally littered with commitments to reviews on everything every 4 years. These types of connections can be ruthlessly employed over time to ratchet the UK back under full EU control. Then on fisheries, there had been a rumour circulating that the UK would be taking back full control, and that indeed we would have all the whitefish quotas in our own waters from day one. But it seems that is not the case. it seems that for the next 5.5 years, we gradually move to a position where, although the UK has control over its fishing grounds, the EU fishing community will end up being allowed to take a third of our fish, potentially in perpetuity. Now, during these talks, it was pointed out that the EU took the lion's share of the cod in the English Channel. Well, after the 1st of January, in what's referred to as the Eastern Channel, which is the English Channel, in the area between Swanage and Margate, known as ICES Area 7 Delta, the EU will have a 90.75% share of the cod. The UK gets the rest, and that 9.25% for the UK remains unchanged into the future. On cod in the English Channel, soulshare.net says, historically the channel never had much cod, but there's lots there now. Most fishermen run out of their quota early in the new year though. It's well managed and we're happy to eat it when our fishermen catch it. No wonder the EU is claiming total victory in the fishing negotiations. There are also clauses within the agreement that prevent either side from using any other agreement with anyone else or any other outside arbitration organisation to interfere with this agreement. And if memory serves, that is the way the Lisbon Treaty is set up. Now, all this talk about committees and 4-year reviews may sound sensible, but this is the European Union we're talking about. This sounds to me like a red tape generator that could well end up frightening other trade partners away. It will also be an ongoing Brexit tussle with the UK never really breaking free from Brussels. And you know exactly what would occur if Labour ever got back into power. And here's what David Alan Greene, an FT contributing editor, says on the Law and Policy blog. Proper analysis of the agreement will necessarily take time, though an initial glance showed about 10 pages devoted to creating dozens and dozens of joint European Union and United Kingdom talking shops, committees, assemblies, talking shops and so on. This indicates that Brexit will in fact be a negotiation without end. I've got to say that while the Tories are calling this a new sovereign and independent beginning, I'm wondering if we've also put ourselves in the position of potentially forming a very long transition period for the UK to rejoin the EU down the line. And all this extra bureaucracy, personnel, offices and travel will doubtless cost a fortune to service, but hopefully nowhere near the £350 million a week that we were forking out. But there is still the remaining part of that infamous £39 billion so-called Brexit divorce bill to settle, and I'm told that it is still in the ballpark of £25 billion. Now I hope I'm completely wrong about all of this, but I'm keeping the bottle of champers I bought just for this occasion on ice until the Brexiteer legal eagles clear this agreement. Brexit is not over yet by a long chalk, although this might have been as much as we could expect from any deal, but I keep thinking that a no deal would have been a lot better than this in the long run. Anyway, if you want to hear more from me, please don't forget to subscribe and also press that little bell, or you won't get any notifications. And if you want to see more of me, buy a mug with my mug on it by following the link in the descriptions box below and support me on Patreon or PayPal. So, what do you think about what you've heard on this deal? Please share and comment, and thank you for watching.